Arizona Cardinals and the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And CD, you look at Washington coming into play here. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Thomas has got it, complete. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
On first down, Zambrano. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jannard Avery. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Off play action. Zambrano eluding the pressure right. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. A gain of 3, second down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
To throw on second down. Zambrano. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. He needed 2. He only got 1. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So here are the Cardinals now with a long field ahead. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. First carry for James Conner. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Brand. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Throwing on 1st down. Brand. And this will be swung out here for counter. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down. The slot man in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. But forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll look to throw again. And complete to Zach Ertz. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
Yeah, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
We're scoreless after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Stop. 17. Black ultra. 6, 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding Ertz again. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this
nice play to move the sticks.
From the gun on third down, Brandt to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. And his kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Thomas has it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
On first and 10, it's Gibson.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Washington on third down.
They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will tie us at 3-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Connor. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back there to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
There's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. That is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be out right at the 35. So if you like field goals.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing to start the drive. Brandt throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun. Brandt. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st and 10, Brandt
going right back to DeAndre Hopkins.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44.
Back to throw again.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brandt. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, Brandt
finding Ertz here on the out route. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On the set. And cycle.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brandt to Connor on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, number 6 overall. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
The 1st down pass.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Brandt. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On the stick.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Gibson here running out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. To throw on second down. Zambrano.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion.
Right two. Next way. Crack one. Red, yellow. Cut.
Throwing on first down. Brandt. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure this.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Brandt. Caught by the tight end Ertz.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
A gain of 14. First down, Cardinals.
FedEx Field. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
So no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Brandt. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A give to Gibson running right.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Off the play fake. Zambrano. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Got his target, Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That one caught by the tight end Bates. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Zambrano. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Cole Turner
from 10 yards out.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Brandt.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. And you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. To throw on second down. Brandt. Hurts over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Connor up the middle.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Looking to throw on second down. Brandt. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And this will be swung out here for counter. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to throw. Brandt.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw on third down. Brandt. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Now Washington
down 23-17. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He'll look to throw.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done. But, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
And now it's Washington's turn.
Trailing in this one now. 23 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Thompson picks it.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Between his ears right now, it's... correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
A lot of people call a toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that